My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're going to be doing a magic calabash reading where we look at who wants to come through and talk to you, and it could be anybody, ancestors, people who are incarnated. It could be anybody. We'll go inside magic calabash, and see. First, we will determine how many people want to come through, and then we're going to look and see what they want to talk about and their energy, and then the message. Okay. All right. Before we get into this, just letting you guys know that there's a sale on my website now. February, this February is going to mark the 5th year of my channel. So that's a beautiful little milestone for me. So in honor of that, I am giving discounted readings for February. So I opened up February last week. I've discounted readings for February. So you get 10% off all private tarot readings and 20% off all SRT services, including classes. Now, our next cohort of spirit release therapy classes is going to be in March, and that's both for the first step and for the advanced SRT, which is psychic surgery. That's going to be in March. Okay, so you can check out the codes. I'll put the codes down below. All right, so let's see who wants to talk to us. Let's find out how many people first. All right, Spirit, is it 1, 2, 3, or more persons? It's 2 persons want to come to us today. All right, so let's have a look. So we're going to go in Magic Calabash, and we're going to see who's the first person. All right, so guys, let's go underneath here. So I won't see and you won't see. Maybe this pink one. Woo. So we have kids coming through. So I really feel with this card, this might be spirit babies. So these are souls, either waiting to be incarnated, or souls who may have been here and have returned to spirit, either through miscarriage, stillbirth, or death. They transitioned. Okay, so we have some kids coming through here. Okay, let's look at the energy of these kids, and we're gonna see what they want to talk about. I'm gonna use this archetype and shadows deck. That kids kind of threw me, although it's not the first time they've come out, to be honest. We have a warrior spirit. Okay, so these are even protective spirits, it looks like. Okay, all right, let's see what's going on here. We have homemaker. All right, so I think these children are attracted to your nurturing energy, divine feminine energy, whether you are male or female in body. I'm not talking about that, right? We're transcending that. If you're watching this, we're talking about the energy, spiritual energy. So they like your energy. Something about your energy that's comforting. Maybe you're one of those types that no matter where you're planted, because even here, right, no matter where you're planted or wherever you're at, you can turn the most craziest of spaces into one that is welcoming, into one that feels like I'm loved, and I'm at home to anybody that enters your abode. So it could be that. All right, let's look at their energy generally. Competitor. Interesting. And this is their energy. So I feel like I don't think there's just one around you. I think there are many spirit babies around you. And for some of them, it's like they're fighting for a chance to come through. This is really strange. Spirit, give me a card on that. We have Martha. So some of them, they may have even, how to put this, how to bring this through. They may have even sacrificed their chance for incarnation to allow you to have a better life or to teach you a particular lesson. It's a strange energy to come through. It's a really strange energy to come through. Let's see what they want to talk about. Maybe when we see what they want to talk about, it'll make more sense. But it might make sense to those persons who may desire to have children. They'll let you know that they want to come through here. Let's look at their energy underneath the deck. We have rules going by the book. What do they want to talk about? We have trapped. They see you as limiting yourself and your potential by staying stuck in something that's basically played out. That's the word they use. Played out. Okay? And you may even be sacrificing their chance to come through by staying stuck in this energy. By coming through, either coming through your body, or maybe there's some kind of adoption, or maybe there's some kind of NGO that you're meant to establish that is targeted towards children. Maybe it's some kind of mentoring program or something like that. But wherever you are at right now, it looks like you are kind of compromising this particular mission that you're supposed to be on and your purpose by staying stuck there. So for some of you, you're meant to birth children, bring children through your body. You're meant to be parents in some kind of way. But you're either limiting yourself by your particular circumstance. Maybe you're waiting on the perfect person, or the one, or you might be stuck in your head. Maybe you don't think that you're going to be a great parent, or maybe you have an idea for an NGO and you don't see how it's going to be funded or something like that. But Spirit is saying that all these limiting beliefs are just that, beliefs, and beliefs are things that can be changed at any point in time. They're not real. Okay? All right, let's get some cards on this and let's get some clarity. But this is what I'm getting through. This is what I'm getting at this time. You're keeping yourself in some kind of played out situation. And remember, kids can also be projects. So they're projects that are waiting to be birthed. They're new experiences that are waiting to be had. And you are keeping yourself stuck in some kind of played out. They keep saying played out paradigm. All right, let's get some cards on these ones. We have the Star card, and I'm hearing Destiny calling. There's destiny calling, and for some of you, it is a family that you are meant to create. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords, and that talks about being stuck in pain. The Two of Pentacles. And to me, this feels like vacillating back and forth, back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? Am I doing the right thing? Second guessing yourself. That kind of thing. Let me pull these a little bit over here. We have Page of Swords in reverse. And for some of you, it's because of how you were raised and your childhood experiences. And that has made you kind of indecisive because you don't trust yourself and your judgment. And then we have Three of Wands, and I'm really getting procrastination with this. All right, so what I'm getting, guys, is that it's like you know what you have to do, okay? Or maybe you don't know what you have to do. Maybe you don't know what you have to do. And if you don't know what you have to do, I actually have an answer for you today. So yesterday I was watching oh gosh, Frozen 2. I love Disney movies. And there's a scene where the troll, who is the seer, is trying to see into the future of Arendelle to give some kind of advice, and he can't see into the future. And then his advice was, if you can't see into the future, meaning if you don't know exactly what's going to happen, the best thing to do is to make the next right step. That's what he said. So whenever you're unsure, just make the next right step. So you're gonna ask. So then whilst he was saying that, I was like, but how do you know what's the next right step? And they gave me the answer. Well, not Disney, but I got the answer. The next right step can always be found at the intersectionality of what is right for you and what is right for others. It's right here at this center point. We call it X and Y axis. And right here at this center point, by that 90-degree angle, is where you're going to find the next right step. What's best for you, which is priority, and what's best for others. So what's best for you and not hurting other people. Okay? So make the next right step. But right now they're saying that you are procrastinating. You're staying stuck in old pain, and you feel like this old pain is going to play out again. It's going to replay. It's going to happen yet again, and it is keeping you stuck. And this is something that you've been doing since childhood. It's like you don't want to think about the good things that might happen because you feel like something is going to go wrong. I'm like that sometimes. Like I don't want to think about good things, and sometimes I feel like kind of scared when I'm happy because I feel like at any moment it's going to be taken away. But we have to realize that that is a trauma response. So now I am claiming good. I'm claiming my good these days, right? I'm like, this good thing is going to happen to me, right? I'm not going to, okay, I don't want to jinx it. No, I'm not going to fall into that. I'm going to claim my good because I deserve good things, right? So they're saying you might be indecisive right now. You're stuck in old pain. You're stuck in old pain, but Spirit's saying there's a door that's open to you right now and they want you to walk through it. But you can't stay there just procrastinating, being indecisive, and maybe waiting for somebody else to make that move. Spirit saying do the next right thing. And sometimes the next right thing might be going for a walk, or the next right thing might be having a shower. Next right thing might be cleaning up your apartment, whatever it is. Just put one foot in front of the other. We don't have to see the whole picture at once, right? And they're reminding me of, I have a lovely friend, and she was diagnosed, I think it was about 15 years ago, with colon cancer. But through her own advocacy, they were able to catch it very early. But they did some really radical interventions. And some days, she said, you can't focus on your complete healing. You just have to focus about your existence minute by minute, hour by hour, and just concentrate on putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Don't look at the road ahead. Don't look at where it come from. Just one foot in front of the other. And that's how she survived. And she's been in remission for more than 12 years now. Right? So Spirit is saying, just take this one step. Just one step, and then after that one step, another step, and just keep doing the next right thing to get out of this particular rut that you're in. Okay, next person. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I don't think I was. Okay, let's get on. Oh, who's this? We have masculine ancestor, but usually these are male ancestors when I see them. And they're generations 5 to 8. So we're talking about great grandfather. Okay, All right, let's see this great. Let's see the energy that this great grandfather is coming in with. Woo! Hope that was good. The destroyer. Ooh. All right, so again, kind of really erratic energy. Maybe someone who may have had anger issues. Someone maybe had a problem with rage. Spirit, give me some clarity on the destroyer. And then we have a fighter, okay? So I feel for some of you guys, there's a history way back of domestic violence. Maybe even this great grandfather may have been a boxer, maybe a boxer, professional fighter, wrestler. You guys will tell me down below. I do get that. Yeah, but this is someone grew up rough and tough. They grew up in survival mode, okay, and they're accustomed to lashing out unregulated. So they're coming through with a message for you. Now, I find that interesting because from since about November, the Divine Feminine Collective, or those that usually identify as the Divine Feminine Collective, we're dealing with healing the inner divine masculine, particularly issues of anger, rage. So we have this person coming through who seems to have a lot of experience with that. So let's see what they want to talk about. There's some interesting messages today. But even the children were competitors, right? So we are talking about some generational dysfunction for sure. Okay? And I already get the message that you guys are running the risk of that being passed on if we don't get this right, if we don't balance this inner masculine. Let's see. What does this great grandfather want to talk about? Want to talk about self-love. Okay. Want to talk about self-love. Self-love and healing. Okay. All right. Let's see what exactly about self-love and healing. And it's a card number 1, which is the magician. And the magician is about self-mastery. A person who is lashing out like this and they want to fight and they're always defensive. And they're always defensive. They always feel like they're backed into a corner. They always feel like they have to fight and be hyper vigilant. Is someone who has not mastered the self. That's one, but also someone who does not love their self. And they're always expecting someone's attack or someone's rejection or abandonment. All right, let's have a look. What do they want to say about self-love? We have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Chariot in reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse, she also got anger issues, She can be physically abusive, okay? So we have a masculine coming through talking about physical abuse, and then we also have a feminine energy representing physical abuse. So it feels like on both sides of your family tree, there is some issue here with regulating anger. And maybe that's why you grew up suppressing it, perhaps, right? Suppressing it or having an issue with controlling your anger is because it runs really deep in your family. And Spirit is saying that you're going to be stuck and not going to be able to move forward until you master your age. Or whatever addiction you may have. I mean, this person's mouth is full of cigarettes. Okay, whatever addiction that you have, if you don't work on it, you're going to be stuck in it. And your descendants, and descendants could be nieces, nephews, persons that you may adopt, mentor, persons that are influenced by you, they are also going to be stuck in that cycle. So they're reminding you that healing this inner divine masculine, it's not just work that you're doing for you, it is work that you're doing for your lineage, both those that came before you and those that came after you. And they're reminding you that when you heal yourself, you heal the 7 generations that came before you and the 7 generations that came after you. But it looks like your lineage has been stuck in a rut, particularly when it comes to the mastering of the self in terms of anger, hypervigilance, hyper independence. There's some addictions here as well. And for some of you, stuck in poverty consciousness. Stuck in poverty consciousness. Queen of Wands reverse can also have sexual addictions as well. But it surrounds the whole theme of not having mastered the self. Is there any other message? Interesting. Is there any other message that Spirit wants to bring through today? We have Justice in reverse. So this is talking about karma, a karmic lesson, a karmic cycle. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So they're letting you know there is a karmic cycle still at hand for you, and it's about mastering your self-love. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse, and that's about all baggage or emotional baggage. And then we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. So they're saying that this is a pivotal moment for you. You can either choose the way of your ancestors and stay stuck in codependence, stay stuck in being defensive, staying stuck in not mastering the self, or you can learn the lesson, step in completely into self-love, and move forward. For some of you, there might be a template of like third-party situations in your lineage. They're asking you to move out of that. Reject that. And we're not talking about if you've decided or if you are polyamorous. We're not talking about that. We're talking about instances where it is not your intention to be in a third-party situation, but you're settling for having your person however you can have them. You're loving them more than you love yourself. This is what they're asking you to reject. Okay? All right. Is there any other message that Spirit wants to bring through? We have family. So we come back here with lineage yet again. And we have evoke, but it came out in reverse. Let's see what's going on here. Evoke. Okay. Reversed. Astral travel, channeling, containment, high magic, invocation, magic circle, mediumship, portal, possession, pregnancy, sigil. All right, so then letting you know that you have a lot of spiritual power. You have a lot of power. And it looks like you've not been stepping into it. Let's see what they have here. In the reverse position, you are open to communication with otherworldly energies. Some of these beings want to connect with you to advance your agenda, while others want to solely advance theirs. So there's some kind of discernment that you have to step into at this time. As you have the power to summon and banish powerful energies, open and create portals, and even become a portal itself, you have to learn how to protect yourself, self mastery, and perform advanced magic in order to safely interact with the energies that you have access to. You will soon realize that you can easily access other worlds, speak with ancient ancestors, and perform real sorcery when you go deep within. And the affirmation here is I am magical, I am open. And they're asking, and they're saying, open yourself up to spirit and perform a ritual. So maybe there's some kind of self-love ritual that they wish for you to perform at this time. And it could be something as easy as lighting a white, the colors that come to mind, maybe a white, pink, tall moment, a white, pink, or a green candle. We can then write on a piece of paper the list of dysfunctional or codependent behaviors that we want to move away from, whether it is giving up our way, prioritizing other people, addictions, whatever it is, and we can burn it. It could be as simple as that. Or you can search up self-love rituals on YouTube, but it feels like they want you to work, because we're still in the new moon's energy. They want you to work with this new moon's energy and start a new chapter in your life, and one that is based on you standing in your full power. And that's not just your emotional power or real power, but also your spiritual power. And they're saying that some of you are very open right now, so you really have to safeguard yourself, safeguard your space. Okay, so grounding and protection meditations, your prayers, it has to be ramped up at this time. Okay. All right, my love, so that was your reading. Don't forget the sale that is on. The tarot readings, 10% off. Any spirit release therapy classes, they're 20% off. And spirit release therapy classes do come with self-clearing and self-protection exercises and techniques. So maybe that's your signal there. But it feels like this is some kind of pivotal moment in your life. It's like you're at the tail end of a self-mastery lesson here, and you can't screw it up. I don't want to apply the pressure, but your lineage is counting on you. Okay? My love, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful.